Well, and I
in
think
all facets.
Yeah, and it's we kind of do it everyone. Like I always tell people, if the sentence starts with everybody does this or everyone thinks this, then you know it's wrong.
Yep.
I can't find one thing that everyone breathes, but some people aren't even breathing. So we really can't find. Wasn't there a book called Everyone? Never mind, I'm not even going to go there. But for little kids, I'm not going to go there. For you parents listening, you know exactly which book I'm talking about. That is the only thing that everyone does. But when it comes to faith and to believe, this is an opportunity for all of us to figure out where we can be faithful. And I just was pulling up some quotes, and we all MLK Day has come up, and faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the staircase. So there's a difference in faith and prayer.
Yeah.
But faith means I trust someone, something, God, to be able to let me take this step forward. So my urging to everybody listening is, what are the small things that you can do in faith? What are the small steps you can take to grow your faith and wherever you would like to grow it? I'd like to see you growing it with God, but you know what? You do you, boo. It's just trying to figure out, what's my step? How can I grow in this? Right?
Yeah.
And so one of the ones that just came up, it says, to one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. Which is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had, and I know a couple people, and when I say a couple, I mean maybe like 2, maybe 3 people that just have so much faith that things are going to work out, that they almost have like just an ease about them, where they don't, that thing we have called stress that I tend to harbor, right?
Shows up in your shoulders.
It shows up in my shoulders. This is people that have an abundance of faith. And like I said, they're rare. Mm-hmm. But I've known a couple in my life that are just so filled with faith that they're like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just, I've got this. God's got this.
But, again, a lot of that comes from experience, and it's a feeling that particular individuals, probably seen all throughout their life where that had been proven true.
Right.
And again, who am I to discount your experience with whatever your faith is?
Yeah. Well, and if you're really looking at it, like, it should be faith in like if your faith is in another person, God, whoever, that should permeate to everything. And I was following a feed on Twitter yesterday from Mandy Hale about a dating thing, and she's a New York Times bestselling author. She's hilarious, Southern and sassy, which I love. So I was following it, and one of the comments she made was like, "It's so hard for me to let go of control." And I don't know about you guys, not that I've ever been a control freak in my life.
Me either.
But, until the age of, 52? Until the age of 41 and 3/4. No, or 51. I would say I'm a recovering control freak. And for those people that want to have everything in their control, they want to have, I don't know, just the grip so tight. I can do this, I can affect this, I can control this. And usually we're the people that hit a wall really darn hard, whether it's an illness, a divorce, an injury, something catastrophic happened. We hit that wall and we're forced to realize, I can't control this all.
Yeah.
And when you are somebody who wants to control, and that's what Mandy was saying in her thread, is like, it is really hard for me to relinquish control. And I used to have, those people who seem to have it all and seem to be they'd always go, let go, let God. I'm like, cute rhyme, very cute. That's funny. I'm still going to try to hold on and control this, right?
Yes.
And it took a lot. And I don't do this in all areas of my life. And that's what Mandy was saying in her quote. She goes, I can do this in every area of my life except for relationships. I'm like, bingo, right? But the minute you surrender and put your faith in God and a higher power in something that's not you, that's when the really cool stuff starts to happen. And that's kind of my hope with this whole catastrophe with with Damar and his injuries, is that maybe, just maybe, we start to take a closer look at that. Maybe, just maybe, people start to go, you know what? I should pray for this. Or I was praying for him. I should pray for my uncle who's in the hospital. Or, man, you know what? went to that game and I saw this and I saw everybody praying, and I've really been needing a miracle in my life, whether it's career, relational, whatever. I just hope it's a catalyst for more of that. Because I can't find a thing wrong.
You're here.
I can't find a thing wrong with what happened the other day. And I think people would be hard pressed to do it too. If you do, feel free to, if there was something wrong in your eyes, feel free to leave a comment. But I think I'm hoping and praying it's a good momentum shift and going back the other way. What say you, Miss Mendoza?
I concur. No, in all seriousness, yes. To allow the space for this to happen as well, right? It's almost like when this happened out on the field, time stopped. I mean, they even postponed the game.
Yep.
And look at this and allow for that space now while time has stopped. And because the other thing that I feel like brought this up is because it truly reminds us how fragile we are.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of people saw, I mean, the young man, he's 24.
24, yeah. The age of my child. Yep.
So it's...
And in fantastic shape, like a professional athlete.
Yeah. So just the space to experience it and then also kind of level set ourselves in that moment.
So I think, I agree. And allowing ourselves space and adding faith, prayer, everything to your arsenal. Because one of the other ones, because y'all know I'm a quote junkie, this is from the wise Plato. So this was, which is funny because, he's not new. He's been around. He's been around a little while.
Was around a little
while. But the
while.
quote says, we are twice armed if we fight with faith. And I think that's interesting because we are trying to fight alone, but what harm's it going to do if we sprinkle in a little faith? You got to have faith, Whitney. You got to have faith.
Thank you, George.
You're welcome. I want to make sure you got that one.
I did. Thank you.